हाय फ्रेंड्स, मैं हरीश भाटिया, बिग बॉस सैलून एंड एकेडमी। हम लोग लेके आ रहे हैं एकेडमी ऑफ मास्टर एंड विजन और उसके अंडर में बहुत सारी आर्ट आपको सिखाई जाएगी, लर्न एंड अर्न। तो मौका मत चूकिए, जरूर ज्वाइन कीजिए और अपने आप को एक मास्टर आर्टिस्ट बनाएं। बहुत जल्दी ही हम लोग यहाँ पर चालू कर रहे हैं। आप बिल्कुल कांटेक्ट नंबर दिए हुए हैं अतुल वीडियो के, वहाँ पर हम लोग आपको फोटोग्राफी, वीडियोग्राफी, पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट, जुम्मा एंड डांसिंग एंड सेल्फ ग्रूमिंग, हेयर और ब्यूटी, उसके बारे में बहुत कुछ जानने को मिलेगा, सीखने को मिलेगा। तो आप ज़रूर ज्वाइन करिए और अपने लक को आजमाइए और अपने आप को, पर्सनालिटी को बढ़ाइए। थैंक यू वेरी मच, गुड लक।
Hello everyone, this is Sakshi Ghatia, your Zumba fitness instructor with the Academy of Masters in Vision. I'm here to inform you that we are going to take online sessions very soon. 5 to 6 is the batch timing and we're going to have every day. So the schedule will be from, on weekly basis, and every day 5 to 6 we're going to have different sessions. And Zumba is going to be a part of it and I'm going to be taking that session. I will make sure that you guys have fun with this online class. Stay tuned for more updates. Thank you so much. See you.
Hello people, my name is Shivraj Ghadge. I'm a wellness coach. I'm super excited to share this news with you. Academy of Master and Vision has got everything under one roof. Atul Joshi ji has made something really incredible, getting all the people under one roof. So what is wellness and health all about? It's all about improving yourself, improving your lifestyle and getting all the most benefits out of it.
What things are not important for you today, how you can manage this time, your right from dividing time to your family, to your personal life, to your professional life in a very different way. So today's session is going to be for all age groups. It is going to be a very impactful, very fruitful session by one of our esteemed faculty and the most energetic Miss SHWETA DHANAK. Thank you so much for coming today and taking this fruitful session. Everyone has been vouching for your session every time you come on board. Thank you so much for this great help. SHWETA DHANAK is one of the most influencing people I've ever met. So yeah, there you go, SHWETA.
Thank you, Viraj, and thank you, Atul bhai. Congratulations to the team of AMV. We are very happy that today is a successful third week going on. And all the viewers, thanks a lot for all your support, and we are looking forward for your participation so that we can share and care more in this times. So today, this topic was very close to my heart, and I feel this topic is so important for each and every one of us because even the kids are right now so much confused, and I feel that today's session I should mainly focus on the youth and the kids because they are the ones who have maximum questions about how do I spend our time? What do we do? You know, the schools are not working right now, and they usually don't have a system or a pattern of planning how they spend their and invest their time. The importance that why I do use the word invest because time is something which is completely irreversible, and the present minute what you're spending in, that is the outcome for your next minute what you're going to get. So always in business terms, I'm sure a lot of business people knows every minute counts. Every minute there is something which you know where to put in forward or you need to back foot. So that's how you keep gauging your value of your time, that how much my input of my time is going to give me the returns. That's where you always invest your time in your business professional way. When it comes to relationship, you have a different perspective about investing time because that is the roles in your life which is important for you to understand. So let me go in a very structured pattern of why is time management such an important topic in life and how is it connected. Whatever we're going to be talking is how is it going to be connected to all the age groups in our life of ourselves and also in all the roles of our life. As a kid, there are so many roles a kid needs to play or a teen needs to play is they need to study, they need to do their homework, they need to learn, they need to upgrade themselves, they need to play, they need to enjoy, they also need to obey their parents, and they also have to think about their careers. When you talk about the youth, they have something about thinking about their relationships, their friends, their contacts, their way to earn money in future to make their name. So there are so many roles at every stage of life what an individual plays. So we're going to be taking up in a very general form where a kid, a youth, a work from home individual, and also the seniors who are sitting home and the women who are working from home or who are taking care of the home. Each and every stage of life can understand that you have your different set of priorities in life. You have different set of challenges in life and situations in life. So every individual has to implement the techniques and strategies what we're going to discuss today as per their understanding. Definitely, when we come on with our structured one-on-one or a proper program or a training about time management, if there is a batch of kids, I'm going to take care of how they need to plan their structure of time management. How, if it is a youth, it comes up with accordingly. And when it is women or work from home adults or professionals, there are different executive ways of understanding and planning your time management strategies. But today we're going to be talking about general time management tips and strategies. First, we will start with what exactly time management means. Time management is a combination of four themes together: time, tasks, goals, and energy. Because when you are doing anything right now, you are investing your energy in it, and you're doing it because you want to achieve something, and you are doing something after it because there is a task what you've set in your priority that you need to do. And from morning to night, we always have lot of tasks to do. Many people just go with the flow. Few people write it in their journal. Few people write it in their phone notes. Few people keep reminding each other. Let's start with a proper strategic way how you should actually note down your tasks. So, the first point of time management, we need to know our routines. What is our routine? what are our tasks for the day. How do we define the tasks for the day? Is by the goals, what we set for our life, for our every role of life. So roles and goals of our life are different. But what for that we need to set our daily tasks. And tasks, when you have to perform, every task requires a particular type of an energy. Okay, so energy plays a very important role in optimizing your input of time you put in that particular task. अगर आपको कोई task करना है, if you have to do a particular task and that task doesn't require your 80% of energy, and right now your energy levels are very high, you are in that state of mind of being super active, super happy, and you're doing something which requires only 20% of your energy, your 60% of your energy is going waste. So that is energy management, which we do to give the optimum use of your time invested. So this is a small write-up which I've planned. Is there is time which is connected with task and your goals, and all of the three are connected with the energy levels of yours. So your energy levels are supposed to be identified. So the first exercise for today, which I want each of you to speak with me, recite with me, and understand. When I wake up in the morning till night, which is the time when I am at my peak of my energy levels? Is it when I wake up in the morning? Is it after I have my breakfast? Is it after the lunchtime? Or is it in the evening? The time when you feel that you are at the peak of your energy levels, that's the best time to take your decisions, do your judgments, do your meetings, and also plan your thought processes. When you are thinking at a high energy level, you come up and you radiate more outcome of your investment of your time. So it's very important that you understand your energy levels in your body. For example, I say a very simple thing. Kids are very energetic right now that in the evening they want to play. Some kids feel that I'm not in that mood right now to play. I'll go tomorrow. So everybody can gauge their body as per their energy levels and their state of mind as per their energy levels. So time management is something which is completely connected with your tasks, what you have to do in your day. You have 8 tasks in a day to do. In that 8 tasks, which tasks are going to have maximum impact of your outcome? For example, if you know that it is a very important task, you need to have a lot of understanding about investing your time rightly, because एक बार decision ले लिया, then these decisions are not going to be these decisions are going to be helping me to give me lot of outcomes, lot of success, lot of results. Those decisions you should always take when you're in the best state of mind, and that can be gauged only by the energy levels. So when the tasks are by yourself defined and you are responsible for your task and not assigned to you, when you're in the school, the task is assigned to you by the teachers. You cannot define कि मुझे ये time पे करना है या मुझे ये time पे करना है. So there are 2 types of tasks. One which is in your hand, when to do and how to do. Second is which is defined and designated or delegated to you, that this is what you have to do at this time you have to do. So when you are doing the delegated tasks or defined tasks, those tasks you cannot ever change the timings. But the tasks which are in your hand can be planned and managed and scheduled as per your energy levels. And there is a way of shifting your energy levels also. For example, in the school time or in the meeting time, when you have to sit for the meeting and you have to answer and you have to respond to your bosses or you have to respond to the team, it is very important that your energy levels are very high or your state of mind is very prepared. The same way it goes to the school. So when you want to boost your energy levels, that's a different complete session and a complete different ideology about how it works. But today we're going to be talking about quick topics and tips on how to really make your time perfectly manageable. So first we need to analyze, all of you needs to analyze this. You can plan your time. Routine, everybody knows that I need to work on my routines. You have to have a defined time to wake up, at least a block. We usually talk about blocks. We work on time blocks. So my time blocks, like I have a simple idea over here about how time blocks work is my time block works are like this. For example, in the morning, my morning routine 6 to 8. I'm giving a block of 6 to 8. So if you're giving a block of 6 to 8, in that time, what I have to do is I have to have my breakfast, I have to do my workout, I have to do my breathing, I have to get dressed, and then I have to move forward in my routine. So 2 hours block is for my morning rituals. Then it's called okay, housework. I have how much hour of housework or my meeting hours or my school hours. It's for 4 hours. So my 4 hours, what are the tasks I'm supposed to do in my 4 hours? I have to attend my class. I have to write the notes. I have to put my books in its place. I have to organize my desk. I have to make sure all my files, documents, and papers are on my table. So all of this have to be supposed to be done in 1 to 2 hours. So there, this way, we have a family time, a nap time. These are the blocks, type of blocks we create, and this is one of the best techniques to work on time management, because when you are mindset that from morning to night till 11 o'clock, I have my blocks defined, that from 6 to 8, I'm going to be doing social, networking, cooking, and from 8 to 10, I'm going to be doing my majority phone calls with my friends, my relatives, my clients, whom I want to talk and I want to keep in connect with them. So you create these blocks of half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hour as per the complete day. This will help you to at least give you a mindset that yes, I have these many tasks to do in the complete day, which is very, very important. Now, for example, we have to energize ourselves every task and for every block and for every time before you start anything else. So there is a wonderful way where we define this in a fantastic way by how to make the most of the hour. So we do this something like this, which I practice also myself, is how to make the most. So I have these printables, which I will definitely hand over to all of you once we do this professional sessions, paid sessions, and the courses and the training sessions. But this is something which you can take a tip right now, is how to make the most of the hour. So in every hour, our body requires a minimum 10 minutes or 5 minutes of breakthrough time or a regenerating time or a stress buster time. So that is very important, that it is, you understand that every 45 minutes, after every 45 minutes, you perform some activity which gives you a stress buster or which gives you a relaxing mood to take forward the next 1 hour. So over here, I have planned and made my hour very beautifully, that 5 minutes I'm going to write down something which is going to be very motivating to me. So I'm very thankful that today I have had a fantastic time with my kids. So 10 minutes, I would just walk around and stretch my body. And I would think about that, okay, my flexibility is important, my health is important. I'll take a deep breath. And 15 minutes, I'll catch up on reading my messages or my responses or my replies, which I have to do, so that I don't have to keep seeing my phone every 10 minutes, because phone is one of the biggest distraction when you want to manage your time. That is an uninvited distraction which we always don't be alert about. So that we're going to be talking about in the time management tips. Very important, another thing is every hour give 5 minutes in which you tidy your place, because that is the energy blockage which happens when you're doing something very important and really want to understand that it's the key thing, that you have to tidy your space where you're working, and you need to only focus on what task you're doing, and that task related things are only there on your desk. When you have too many things on your desk, it becomes very confusing on, and it distracts you completely on where to focus. So when you have to focus and you want to manage your time very defined, you have very limited time, and when you want to define that time and get the maximum outcome from that time, it's very important that you keep first your table tidy, and then make sure that you want to exactly do this, and this is what I need to do my task for this hour. So every task requires different set of things, and you can always remove 5 minutes to really make sure that you remove the clutter and focus on what you need to do. That is the best one of the tool and the tip to manage your time very efficiently. 5 minutes will give you 20 or 30 minutes of best outcome. So 5 minutes of declutter, 5 minutes of really finishing with your phone, 5 minutes of stretching your body, playing some background music, and readying for your task. Any homework you want to do, any homework means it may be on a professional way or a school base or anything. Any homework you want to do, it's very important that first you need to sip some water. You should have your water in front of you. You should clean your desk. You should always declutter everything. You need to make sure that you finish your phone reading messages or your Insta follow up, or you want to check out your Facebook. You have to set your distraction aside. The universal way is declutter, and the physical, which is the maximum distraction, is your phone. You should always work on saying no to your phone. Give me 5 minutes. I'm giving you 5 minutes. You need to give me 25 minutes. You have to tell it to your phone and you have to keep it aside. It's very important. So, how to make the most of an hour? This is the best way I do. I have these sheets ready. I just make sure that I immediately write down that after this hour, if I have a session today, before 15 minutes, I'm going to declutter everything, ready completely with my sheets, which I need to share with all of you all. I'm ready with what sheet comes first and what comes next. Then I'm ready with mental peace. I take a deep breath, relax myself, ready with my colorful pens with what I am writing everything. So this is another very good technique and tip which I use to manage my time very efficiently. The things which I want to focus, I will write with the color I love. If I'm rubbing the red color, I will highlight my sheet with that particular red color. And that makes me happen that, okay, red means it's an alarm. I have to do this first, eat the frog first. So when in time management and in task management, when we do in-depth study about this, the tasks which are very difficult, we usually try to keep it the last. But I would always feel and say that when you're very high on energy to get finished and done with your tasks and manage your time well, toughest task and the most boring task should be done at the maximum energy levels and finish. Eat the frog first. It's a very, very beautiful word statement in time management, and it's a saying that eat your frog first. You need to first finish off your all the toughest tasks and then do the tasks which you are passionate about, which you are very energetic about or enthusiastic about. So you should have all those list of tasks first maintained and written in the morning or previous night, that these are the tasks which I need to do, and this task is something which is very difficult for me to complete tomorrow. So first things first, I have to go to the office. I need to get my reports. I need to know what exactly where I am and how I am. I need to know where my homework is done, what assignments are left. I need to finish the toughest subject assignment first, get finished of it, and then you see the relaxation in your rest of the day. That gives an achievement feeling, the feeling of completion, the feeling of satisfaction once you do your toughest job. And the rest of the tasks will happen much more faster, simpler, and easily because you've done 80% of your task. Although it's just one task done, but that was equivalent to your another 10 tasks. So the toughest task, so eat the frog first, is the main key thing in all the tasks of the day. Very importantly, okay. And then we have a lot of goals in our life, right? Now we define our tasks of morning to night on the basis of our roles, because every role has a specific goal to do, right? If you are working as a professional, or right now you are home because of the lockdown, in the morning you do your workout, you do your exercise, then you plan your time with your family or in the office, or you do some learnings on online studies. Then in the afternoon you have your nap time or your lunch time. Every role, but in that, and you forget that, oh, I have to make some calls who are going to wait for me because it is not written in my task list. I forget to do it, and once you forget to do it right now, you will be feeling like, oh my God, why did I forget my task? Now I'll have to do it tomorrow. I forgot to, it happens with me many times that since my phone is a little aside, I forget to write the messages, which I'm supposed to write it on the time. But then if it is written in my task list, I would not forget. But if I have not written in my task list, it definitely doesn't come into my mind when I'm busy doing some other task. So it's very important that all the roles of your life, the five big bosses need to be taken care of. The five big bosses of your life are always yourself, your family, that's your parents and your kids, your life partner, your passion, right? Your friends, and your, very importantly, is your spirituality, right? So five big bosses in your life is you, your family, your friends, your passion, your earnings, and your spirituality. So all these big bosses should be given little equal and balanced time in your day according to the requirement. But you should not skip any of the big bosses, because these balance is actually the maximum happiness and the outcome which comes into managing by managing the time. One of the goal is achieved, but the rest of the four goals are not achieved, then your time is not well planned and managed. So it's very important that you address the five big bosses of your life, so that it becomes easy. For example, kids really don't understand which are their five big bosses. Their five big bosses are very simple. They have to keep learning. They have to upgrade themselves. That's the first big boss in their life. Second is their parents. Third is their friends. Fourth is out of the box some activity, their curriculum, the passion, what they need to pursue in their life. And fourth is the global news. They need to be updated and upgraded with the news in today. So these are the five things which kids, I feel, should be understanding on how to plan the five big bosses of their life and plan it accordingly as in manage the time. They need to give some time for their passion. They need to give some time for their sport. They need to give some time for their homework or their assignment or their learnings. In vacation, there are amazing apps which they can work on, and they can join in and keep upgrading themselves and be ready for them. The whole idea about the time management is you have to manage your time equally in all roles of your life, so that you get the maximum outcome and satisfaction and peace in life, so that you can be an perfect balanced individual. And the whole idea is whatever time you're investing right now is exactly what you're going to get your future. So let's not have a regretful time today, rather have a balanced time today, so that you can get the maximum outcome tomorrow. These were some simple hacks about how to manage your time and how to understand your energy levels. I know it was a little quick and fast, but there are a few more things to share. That's why, and I assure that when you're going to be doing a training session for 4 hours, we're going to be making you do all these graphs and all these sheets and make you understand how to gauge your energy levels, how to invest your time rightly. But yes, you have to work on your distractions. You have to work on decluttering yourself and your surrounding. You have to make sure that you play some music around at the background to make your mood a little positive and move forward. Then invest your time in your task, and you see the outcome. It's to the next level. So time management, many times we fail to understand that how do I really make sure that each and every of my task is done. So there is something which I type and I keep it as a ritual, which is basic, like some habits which are needed to be having in your life. So I have some 52 habits which are very important that I have to do it in the morning, in the evening, for the time management, my paperwork, my money, my at home what I need to do, my health and fitness, my habits for life. So there are a lot of habits for life is like I need to clean my excess magazines and keep it every day aside. I have to follow my schedule and set it up without fail. I have to keep my keys in its place every day. So these are some basic habits of your routine, which you do it and you just tick the box. So this is something which I have prepared like this: 52 habits at place, at work. So these are some sheets which I can share also. And I'm going to also teach how to make these sheets in the further trainings. So in the morning, what you need to do is you need to make your bed. You have to first start your day always by managing your time, being disciplined in the morning itself. You should keep your blanket folded by yourself. It helps you discipline your mind very beautifully. So there are few things you have to, as soon as you sit on the bed, and you have to rub your hands, you have to make your face ready, and you have to be energetic. You have to take deep breaths and then stand up. Just don't stand up from your bed immediately. These are some simple tips and techniques which help you to start your day with and invest your right time in the morning to start your day in the best way. Then, immediately after your morning rituals, you need to make sure that you go through your task list. That is the best thing to do first, is go through your task list or make your task list. If you cannot make your task list, make your blocks. You have to make your blocks that this is the time. For example, today I'm going to work from only 12 to 4. Tomorrow I'm going to work from 11 to 5. My office hours are fixed, that I have to work from 10 to 6. That you cannot do anything. But if you're working from home and if you have some leverage to work from home at your convenience, you can buy some time for yourself and do something when you can upgrade yourself. So every day on a weekend or a weekday, you can make blocks of your time and invest your time accordingly so that you can make the maximum use of your time. You're very fond of watching Netflix, you're very fond of watching series, you're very fond of watching serials, perfectly fine, but have a time limit. There has to be a block of time where you want to invest that time for your entertainment or your like or your dislike. So you have to plan it in a way, either in a block or a task. You have to have either of the both, and manage it well, because you cannot just let the time flow out. It will be very disrespectful to the universe and the time, that you're not valuing it. Because right now, every single person who's gone through the tough times knows the value of the time. You have it today, utilize it the best, invest it the best. And the kids, today's kids, I would urge them and tell them, it's very important, kids, for you to have a perfect block of the day or the tasks of the day. This is the time when you have to make the most of your time and utilize it to upgrade yourself, to make your life to the way you want it, because you know don't have compulsions of your schools, you don't have compulsions of your homeworks or travel, because the maximum time people waste is in travel, or you have to invest is in travel. This is the best time where you don't have to invest your time in travel. Let's invest this time in doing something where you can upgrade yourself. So create blocks in the day, create tasks in the day, and understand your energy levels of the day. All the three things together will help you beautifully manage your time. So because unnecessarily we just go with the flow, and we exactly don't know what we want to do because we've not written it down. So let's write down what we want to do, and keeping in mind the five bosses. Create your five bosses which you want in your life to be as a priority, which is very important for you to make yourself very happy, very focused, and something you can gain out of it, something which you can achieve. Either it may be financially, or maybe it may be feelings, or it may be security, or maybe it may give you inner happiness. Because that is going to boost your confidence. The more you will spend your regretting time right now, the more you will feel that I didn't make the most of it. I didn't do what I should have done. I got the best opportunity to do it and I didn't. So let's not make our day regretting, or maybe disappointing. Let's do the best by at least planning. So let's plan, plan. So next I'm going to be coming about wonderful tips on time management. That is plan, and plan. Declutter. Take frequent breaks, prioritize, and stop procrastinating. It's very important to stop procrastinating, and you have to plan. Five very important things. Time management tips, very important, is you have to plan, and plan. Intelligent people plan. Smart people plan. People who don't plan keep working hard, and hard. We have to work hard but smartly. So let's work on planning. Very important. Let's plan. Actually, you need to plan by two ways. Very important. Write it down. You always need to write it down. People who use phone, I respect it. Google is amazing. Google Calendar is amazing. But understanding the science of graphology and the importance of handwriting, it's and writing it is one type of training your mind, which I'm going to talk about tomorrow with Sneha Mehta. I'm going to talk about, for especially on studying about the handwriting, that how writing impacts your mental power or the mind power, how actually it trains your mind. It is a beautiful way to understand what you want and what your mind want to what you want your mind to understand, or what your mind understands, you put it on the handwriting. So it's a beautiful science we're going to be talking about tomorrow. But today I'm going to talk about is plan, plan, and plan. We need to work on planning, thinking, writing. Okay, then write out the manageable chunks, which very important is how and when to complete it. There has to be a definition, a defined thing about time management. So time management is TIME. Time is target. I is identified. You need to identify it, what you're going to do and how are you going to do. M is manageable. It should be manageable by you. It's very important that it is manageable by you. E is efficiently. You have to focus and do it efficiently. So you have to target, you have to identify, you have to manage, and you have to do it efficiently. So time can be used in the best way if you make sure that you have target. There has to be a target. Target can always be is always defined. You have to define your target. So for example, my this particular task of what I have to do after this is for half an hour. Perfect. Then I want to complete my task in half an hour. If you want to really want to finish your task in half an hour, you have to set that target in your mind. You have to tell yourself and write it down that this task should not take more than half an hour. If I'm taking more than half an hour, that means my homework is not ready, my back work is not ready. So for every task, you have a homework which you need to do. For every uh, 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 target what you have to achieve, you always have to do a backward. For every exam, you have to study backwards. For every chapter what you need to study, you need to have a backward, that how I need to study. So you have to have a storyline for completing every task. So to make have this clarity about the storyline, and if you have a little storyline complete, you can define a target time of any task you want to do. Identify it, identify your task very beautifully, that yes, I have to do this only, and you have to stick to it. The whole idea is we get deviated from one task to the another. So you shouldn't deviate, you have to stick and identify to what task you're supposed to do right now. It should be manageable. If you say half an hour and you know actually back of the mind that this task is going to take me 45 minutes, but just to please somebody, you say I'll do it in half an hour. Then what is happening is you false on your statement and you are not able to target and plan your next half an hour or next 1 hour or your next task. So it's very important that you finish your time has to be your task has to be manageable. Efficiently means you have to focus on that particular task. While doing this task, you don't have to think of the tasks which are supposed to be done later. When you think of the task which you're supposed to be doing later, you cannot efficiently perform in the task you're doing right now. That's where we say that I studied for 2 hours, but I don't know why I feel I'm not really able to remember what I studied. Because what usually kids happen is that okay, tomorrow in the evening we're going to play some sport down, and you think about that sport, you think about who all are going to come, you think about uh, how much time are we going to play. You just start thinking about your playing time. You start thinking about your next meeting time, and what you're supposed to perform right now in these 2 hours, you're not able to focus because you're thinking about the next task. So it's very important that you tell yourself, you everything what I'm talking about, many things we all do it, We all want to do it, but we don't know how to do it. The whole and sole idea about how to do it is talk to yourself and tell yourself that the target is half an hour. I have identified what I want to do. I know I can manage in half an hour, and I will efficiently put my time into it, to put my focus into it. So, time is about targeted, identified, manageable, efficient task is time management. So let's work on tasks which can be tasks which we can be easily be able to perform and do it by target, identification, management, and efficiency. So let's work on that. Next is declutter, time management tip. This is the best way I can suggest, and I can guide you all that you should plan it so that it can work wonders with you all. Declutter things. That is very, very important. You have to declutter all your surrounding when you're doing a particular task. You should only be able to have those things which right now it's required for doing your task. It's very, very important. Okay. Take frequent breaks. We work at a stretch, we study at a stretch. Oh, I studied for 4 hours. Oh, I had a long meeting for 2 hours. Human psychology or a human brain has a capacity at a stretch to listen to 400 words, which I had already mentioned in my last session. So it's very important that if you really want to focus, you need to have timely breaks. And those timely breaks, you need to identify top 10 things which give you the boost, the energy boost. Something which you can just go and talk to somebody, or maybe you can just drink water, or eat a piece of chocolate, or just go in the open air and breathe and come back, or just burst out a 5-minute loud song. This is the best way that you need to set out your breaks in between. So after every half an hour or 1 hour, you should have a 5-minute short break, which will help you boost your energy and get you reactivated or regenerated to start your next hour more efficiently. This increases the efficiency, definitely. Prioritize. Now, how to prioritize? A very important question, which I'm going to come up with understanding, which is a little difficult, which is in 7 Habits of Stephen Conway. And the beautiful theory what Stephen Conway has shared with all of us in the 7 Habits book of his. I'm going to give you a small idea about that and make it simplified for all of you all, even for the kids and even for everybody. But the last is we need to stop procrastinating, and we need to understand that if you will wait till the last second, you will regret it. So let's do it now. Most people tend to tackle the easy task first and push out the difficult ones. Don't fall into this trap. You will just end up pushing it till the last second. So it's very important that you finish, basically eat the frog first. You need to finish your toughest task first. So we're going to be talking about how to understand and how to prioritize your tasks. So task, there are 4 types of tasks. Okay, there are 4 types of tasks: urgent, very urgent, important, and not important. For me or for anybody, we will just have to understand there are 4 types of tasks or things to do: urgent, not urgent, important, and very important. This is first things first. As this Stephen Conway book says, that this is first things first. It is called time management matrix. This is the sheet which I usually keep it with me always, and I always make sure that before any task comes to me, I will identify what kind of task is this, or what kind of task I have. So I'm going to briefly explain all of you all that what kind of task. So we have to make the 4 boxes. Okay, you write urgent, you write important, you write not important, you write not urgent. Now you have to phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and phase 4. This is quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now in the quadrant 1, it is a very urgent and very important. Okay, So I'm going to first talk about the urgent and the important. This is how you prioritize. So the urgent and important is managed. You have to manage it. Hook up by crook, you have to manage it. Which comes is like crisis, something like crisis, which you have to immediately work upon. Medical emergencies, pressing problems, deadlines driven projects, which is very important. That deadline driven projects we have to work on particularly, so that it's important and it is upon our targets. That's going to score us, that's going to give us upgradation. It's very important. So, and last minute preparations of a scheduled activity. Whenever we have an activity, for example, I had a session today, the last minute activity of setting up my table, decluttering my table, ready with my deep breath exercises so that I can talk to you for an hour. All that is very important. Pre-preparation of any activity is very urgent and very important. So that is the first thing which I would like to highlight is the crisis, medical emergencies. This is how I have written as an important things. Not urgent. It is not urgent, but it's important. What are those things? Planning. It is not urgent, but it is very important if I have to do or perform any task in life or any exams in life. Prevention. I have to be ready with all the preventions. Clarifications. You have to have clarification in your mind about what and how you're going to do this task. Exercise. If you want to exercise, you have to exercise to keep your body fit. It's not urgent, but it's very important. So I'm giving you simple examples also. For example, relationship. It is not very urgent, but it is very important in life to manage relationships. So relationship is also very important. Relaxation is also very important, but nothing very urgent. So you have to understand which block you are putting what, and that's how you can prioritize. Very important. Another thing is it's urgent, but it is not important. Now we have to understand on those lines also. Interruptions, like some calls, which can be urgent, but not very important. Okay. Some mails or some reports, some meetings, maybe pressing matters sometimes, which are not very pressing, but we make it very pressing. And many popular activities like maybe attending something which is not very urgent, but it's not very important, but it is little urgent. So we have to, or we can avoid and manage both. This is how I have drafted it out. And I can give you more examples also on this. And very important, very understanding, like, okay, it's not very urgent, but it's not very important. It's like junk mails, time wasters, Netflix, and escape activities. If you don't want to do something like this, we will switch to something else. And viewing mindless TV shows and gossiping, having some time pass. That time pass word is something which is kuch to karna padega. I have to spend my time somewhere, so why not I do this or I do that? So rightly frame your urgent, not urgent timings and prioritize it by these 4 fantastic blocks, which will help you. And make sure you make this chart today itself and start implementing this in your daily routine as a ritual, which will help you very briefly identify that if you have 15 tasks or 20 tasks for the day, which is very urgent, 4:30 to 5, I have to prepare myself, declutter, plan my schedule, be ready to talk, and be ready with my matter. And I have to make sure that each and everyone who is listening to me makes the most out of it. So you have to, it's not very urgent, but it's very, very important. So prioritize that. You have to actually do this. Even the kids need to understand that target of every assignment is something which is very important. And if you're going to be making it to the last minute, it's going to be giving you a lot of stress. So time management, energy management, it's also equals to stress management. So we will not talk about stress right now. We'll only talk about time today. And yes, this all techniques are correlated with your energy and your stress also. So let's work on not adding stress in life and using your maximum energy in the best way by prioritizing what and how you need to invest your time. I always use word invest is because something which is gone, you cannot get back is very valuable, extremely valuable. And if you're getting time, you should make the most of it right now and you should utilize it the most. Nothing is going to happen This time is also going to go. I know tough times come, challenges come, which are irreversible, but the time what you have should be made the most out of it. Because this time, last year, we were in the same stage. Again, this year, we are in the same stage. We are even seasoned now how to plan the time better. Let's make sure that we plan our time right now also still better, make our atmosphere and surrounding more positive and more energetic rather than creating panic and not prioritizing what we should do and we should not do. Fantastic. So I hope this chart works. Stephen Conley has worked a lot on this, and I would love all of you all to make this chart and start implementing today itself. Now we're going to be talking about time management tips, which is very important. I would just, I have good, nice written two beautiful sheets, which I want to share with all of you all. And I would like to read all the points. So please be attentive and try to make the most of all these tips because time block your day. It's first thing very important to manage your time. Time block your day. As I explained, make blocks, which is very schedule in a buffer time. You have to schedule, give yourself time to think for the things that go wrong. Okay, before I start, move forward, I would like to tell everybody that when you are setting up a timetable or when you are setting up your task table, if one task doesn't happen rightly, what happens is we tend to spoil our next task also. And if the next task doesn't happen rightly, we tend to spoil the next task also. Or when we are late for one task, we tend to be late for the another task. We again tend to be late to the third task. The best way, which practically I have seen corporates and professionals do in their life, and uh, it's very simple that the task which is right now delayed or incomplete, leave it incomplete here only. Start the next task on time so that at least your next task gets complete on time and you feel that satisfaction. It's all about how your energy levels are, how your state of mind is to perform all your tasks. Because time, what you require when you are stressed or upset or low on energy, is much more invested in when your time energy is low. So let's work on having high on energy by increasing our confidence and satisfaction level by completing our task and starting our task on time. The more you start your tasks on time and finish on time, you're ready for your next task very brilliantly with a beautiful state of mind of satisfaction. So that is the key what we should all work on so that you get the maximum outcome of your time, and that's what is managed your time beautifully. Okay, so schedule in the buffer time. Always keep some buffer time between tasks so that you can have little bit of your relaxation if something goes wrong. You can't always be productive, so you should not over expect from yourself that I am going to be always productive, I am always going to be perfect, and what I have said, it has to be going to be done like that, and you it's not possible. All your expectations can always not be met. Always you cannot be able to be right. So learn to accept the wrongs. Learn to move on with the wrongs. Learn not to correct it immediately. Give it some time and then correct it. So it's very important that you can't be always be productive. So don't waste time dwelling on it. Okay, it's very important. You can't work all day. If you're expecting that you can work all day, it's very difficult. So again, it comes on high expectation on yourself. You have to mindset, make your blocks, set your tasks, give yourself a buffer time. These are all some hacks which are very important to implement in life. Even with the kids, you cannot study for all day. It's very difficult. You have to and you should make yourself having these kind of hourly plans that this is how I'm going to spend my this hour. You need to make such kind of blocks where this is the time how I'm going to spend my whole day. These are the type of blocks and hacks you need to implement in your life so that you can study the best. You can give your focus the best so that you can finish your time, your task into and in the targeted time. Okay. What is multitasking? Multitasking doesn't work all the time, but we should know the definition of multitasking. Multitasking means one personality doing too many tasks and roles. It's called multitasking. So indirectly, if I say, let me be direct, indirectly, but let me be direct, we are all multitasking, multiple roles very beautifully and efficiently, and we all want to balance our multitasking. At that always doesn't mean multitasking. Multitasking means that it's very important that you plan your tasks, multiple tasks in a beautiful manner, and you finish those tasks in 1 hour. If you have 1 hour and you have to do 10 tasks, how well you manage and prioritize your 10 tasks in that 1 hour is called multitasking. So it is very important that you should not have that mentality or your state of mind that I can't multitask. Everybody can multitask. It's all about prioritizing what first, what next, what third, what fourth. If you have to make 5 calls, which one first, which one second, which one third, which one fourth? This person, if I'll call, will take 5 minutes minimum. This person, if I'll call, will take 1 minute maximum. So 1 minute call, finish it first. Second, finish it first. 3 minute call, finish it first. 5 minute call, I know, maybe go till 7 minutes also. Keep it last, because you know that 4 important calls are done. You're done with finishing with that, and you still have a buffer time of 25 minutes, which is going to give you a lot of happiness and satisfaction, and which will boost you for the next task also. So let's work on multitasking, which is possible. So let's make it possible and let's multitask. We are all multitaskers. We are born gifters with this multitasking ability. It's just about understanding how to prioritize it. All right. Now you have to set deadlines. Every task, every minute should be given, every task should be given a deadline. Time is very, very important because it gives you happiness, it gives you peace, it boosts your immunity. Also, it is yours. You should not just keep spending your income just like that. You'll be so careful, right? The same way, it's your time. You have to be very careful on where and how you spend it. Okay? Set up a routine and stick to it. That's a challenge. Sticking to the routine is a challenge. But it's like brushing your teeth. As you have to brush your teeth, you have to do this. When you have to do this, you will by default train your mind and it'll create a habit. So it's very important that you have to. It's something which you have to tell yourself that I have to do this. I have to eat. I have to eat at 1 o'clock. I have to eat at 4 o'clock. I have to sleep at 11 o'clock. Although we don't obey us every time, but at least we know that we're telling ourselves, right? So set up a routine and stick to it. Don't wait always, just get going. You need to just get started. You have to just take a first step. That's how you can at least start utilizing your time. We think. Right, planning is good, but plan, just not keep thinking. You have to get going. Planning also should be for a particular amount of time. That this 5 minutes only I'll plan, then I'll get going. So you need to just get going. You have to dare and dive in so that you come out with some outcome. If you'll stand and just see, you will not be able to understand whether you've gained anything or you've not gained anything, because you're just sitting and seeing. You have to dive in to understand and receive what you want. All right. So just get going. Again, I'll repeat, which is another very important tip is prioritize, and prioritize. All right. Group meetings into blocks. You have to make sure that schedule all your meetings at once to save and travel time. Okay. You have to make blocks that this time to this time I'm going to do this. Okay. Blocking is very important. All right. Break down tasks. You have to break down, understand a long task. In that tasks which are the first three tasks, which are the next three tasks, which are the next three tasks. That's multitasking. Always take notes. Yes, we are very lazy at in writing, but believe me, writing is a wonderful tool, a gifted tool to kids, seniors, it may be adults, it may be working professionals. A notepad with a pen is a must for any meeting, for any ideas you have, any thoughts you have, jot it down, note it down with the date and the time. It helps you to go back and flash back because brain has a limitation to remember only for 7 days. And the first 3 days you will still remember maximum, but after 3 days you will start having a blur because things keep pouring in your mind. Your brain keeps thinking. There are loads of thoughts which keep coming. So everything which you think today will be slowly subsided. And then you tend to forget it. All right. So always take notes. And always file your things or keep your things where you will remember them. Don't keep it so safe. हम बोलते हैं ना बहुत संभाल के रख लिया, इतना संभाल के कि पता ही नहीं है किधर संभल गया. It's like that. So always keep your things or file your things where you find them. So always keep your books, your notes in a way how you will. So it's indirectly you say it's be organized. It's very important that if you want to manage your time well, you need to be organized. Automate what you can, batch what you can't. Very beautifully said. Spend the time automating all the tasks you can and do all the rest in the batches. Automated means what? Things what can be done, ready, you should make the most advantage of it. Things what you can delegate should be delegated and your time should be invested wisely. So it's always very smart. It's a smart work to do that you automate it and you batch it. Batch it means make a block of it. Block out distractions. Don't rely on willpower. I hope you understand the statement. Block out your distractions and don't rely on your willpower. नहीं मेरा willpower बहुत strong है. फोन बजेगा तो भी मैं नहीं उठाऊंगा. I'm sure मैं नहीं उठाऊंगा. मेरा नजर भी नहीं जाएगा उधर. It's don't be so much dependent on your willpower. Why let your distractions
Shweta, your bandwidth is low, I think.
very important? Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, your bandwidth is low, maybe.
Okay. No, actually, I must have. I apologize, and I got 2 calls right now because of which my volume must have dropped down. So sorry for it. Yeah. So the last point was like block out your distractions and don't rely on your willpower always. All right. Now there are a few important things which I would like to share. I hope these tips will be helpful. And these are the tips which I just went through, which is very beautiful. Yes. Now, what are the mistakes do we do? There are 5 top mistakes what we do, which doesn't help us really give the maximum outcome of our time. Not writing down. We don't write down. We don't capture our tasks, and we don't really understand what is very important to do, and we tend to forget it. We do not focus. We do not focus. Why? Because we have a lot of distractions around us. So we do not focus. We're too general. We're not specific. It's very, very important that we be specific. So target, identified, manageable, and efficiency is important if you want to really be managing your time. We don't block our time. We just assign our time randomly to things and tasks. And no rest period. We don't give rest period. We don't really give a regenerating time, or we don't really give ourselves a breakthrough time where we feel fresh. So it's very important that we do not do these 5 mistakes. Great. I hope this must have helped. Okay. So I have some fantastic tips over here, which will help you to understand that why time saving hacks in mobile are recently used very much. speech to text. People are using a lot of apps like speech to text. It's nothing wrong. It's very good. You should use productive apps which can save a lot of your time. You should use phone calendars to book your appointments. You should put your reminders. My phone call every 45 minutes or 1 hour, it will give me a reminder, drink a glass of water, drink a glass of water, drink a glass of water. So why not use such apps and make yourself more efficient by utilizing that time and utilizing that app? So sync your devices so that you are not frustrated every time. Some simple hacks which are important to do is very important to do. Okay. Buy multiple sets of your favorite clothing so there is less stress what to wear. Or that's the maximum time that you invest in is what do I wear right now? So make life simple, make life defined, and I'm sure this time management can be worked wonders. So these are some fantastic time management tips and techniques which I thought in a short time I can share with all
Can
of you all.
can I ask you a question, Shweta ji?
Yeah, sure, sure.
Any special app for speech to text? Because I am a choreographer and a event manager, so we get a lot of calls, once the season starts. Then it's very difficult to write down and talk, and so I think
So there
I
is
was look.
in Chrome, Google, there is a wonderful Chrome app only, which is speech to text. You can definitely go to Chrome and you can find out the Chrome apps, and they do have speech to text, which I use, and it is efficient, very good. So I'll definitely share WhatsApp you the link of that app, and you can definitely have
Yeah,
it.
please. Thank
Yeah,
you. That
I'll
will be
surely.
great. And thank you.
Surely,
Today's
surely.
time management session was amazing. We, as a professional students, we all need this. This is a need of the time. So you
Thank
gave us
you.
wonderful tips, and I'm sure everybody's going to be happy from tomorrow because we're going to do
I'm
everything
very
right on
thankful.
time. Yeah.
Right on time, targeted, identified, manageable, and efficiently with focus, without distraction, decluttering, planning, and prioritizing.
Yes. Can you, if possible, can you send us the cue points at least through WhatsApp or through AMV's
I'll share a
broadcasting group?
small PDF. I'll share a small PDF, Atul bhai. To
Sure.
all our viewers, you can post this PDF tomorrow morning. I will ready this PDF, whatever sheets I had shown today. I will just prepare a small PDF of this session today, and we can share it to all our viewers, and the viewers can share it to their family. And we are coming up like Atul bhai and we all faculty is coming up with a wonderful trainings which is going to be happening after 30th April. And we're going to be have my brochures and my complete module on my curriculum is with Atul bhai. You can please WhatsApp him on his number and get the brochure. And each and every module is the curriculum is set. There are 4 hour session as basic and advanced, and all the details are in there. We are starting with our online understanding the COVID situations. We are understanding that this is the need of the hour, and we, with all of you viewers, we're getting a fantastic response and inquiries about the trainings. So we are looking forward for showing your maximum interest and participation. Who all are interested, please connect with Atul bhai, and we will share you our brochure, and let us know your interest, point of interest. And any questions, please feel free to write it down. Regarding to the kids, I'm really focusing on having time management, communication skills, etiquettes, and a lot of interesting sessions for kids also. So kids above 15 can definitely attend all my sessions, and they can understand all my sessions. So let's groom ourselves. Let's really build ourselves inner and outside both, and make ourselves a balanced personality. And don't forget, tomorrow we're coming up with a fantastic session on study of handwriting. What is graphology? I'll be sharing with all of you an understanding about what is graphology and how does handwriting build your mind power. How does your mind get trained by your handwriting? What is the right way of handwriting, and how does handwriting impact on your complete thought process also? So let's meet tomorrow again at 5 o'clock with
Do-
Sneha Mehta.
Do we need to keep anything ready tomorrow for graphology?
No, I just want you all to understand. I just
Okay.
want you all to understand and listen to the session again once you sit with a pen and a paper. So
Okay.
as Atul Bhai keeps sharing this session with everybody, and we also have our YouTube channel, which our sessions were all posted on that channel. I would request all of them who are going to be attending tomorrow's session, please repeat the session again and sit and practice. I'm going to give you the tips on how to practice your handwriting, how to start with it, because I have to give you some take back tomorrow with clarity that how it really works on building on your mind power. So we'll meet tomorrow with mind power study on handwriting, and we'll take it forward. Thank you
Yeah,
all of you.
sure,
Namaste.
sure,
I
sure.
hope all of you have liked today's session.
श्वेता, you are rocking once again.
Thank you.
और ये मैं कहना चाहूँगा कि आज बहुत जन ने एक अच्छा सा मैसेज लेके यहाँ से जाएंगे, और बहुत सारे यहाँ पर कमेंट्स भी आए हुए हैं। और आज का सेशन मोर देन 5 चैनल्स के ऊपर लाइव जा रहा था। तो दिस इज मोर देन 2 यूट्यूब चैनल्स एंड 3 फेसबुक चैनल्स। तो हमारे और एक जो लायंस क्लब का अनिल पंड्या जी हमारे साथ में हैं, तो उनके आई केयर फॉर लाइफ उसके ऊपर भी ये लाइव जा रहा था आज। तो अनिल जी, आप कुछ मैसेज देना चाहेंगे यहाँ पर आज के सेशन के बारे में?
Sweta ji, it is always pleasure, and most of our live I Care for Life members have always requested that we must have your sessions, and that's the reason like today me and Atul bhai, we have decided to stream your sessions live on our channel I Care for Life, to benefit maximum people, and to join them. So this is really a very wonderful, lot of insights, and I'm a lot of takeaways for people, and it is going to be a wonderful time in days to come, and people will have an opportunity to learn from home and upgrade themselves. That is really a great opportunity given by Atul bhai and the Academy of Masters in Voice. So I Care for Life and Lions News India, we are proud to associate for every day at 5 p.m. on our channels.
तो दिस इज इनिशिएटिव टेकन बाय AMV, लेकिन पूरा क्रेडिट जा रहा है हमारे मास्टर्स, हमारे फैकल्टीज, श्वेता जी, हरीश भाई, स्नेहा मेहता, मीता, कृति आर्ट स्टूडियो, एंड हमारे जो वेलनेस कोच शिवराज एंड साक्षी, एंड शैलेंद्र भारती जी। तो हरीश भाई ऑलरेडी लाइन पर है। हरीश भाई, आज के प्रोग्राम के बारे में क्या कहना चाहेंगे आप?
श्वेता के लिए कोई बोलने की जरूरत है क्या? हमेशा
श्वेता के लिए नहीं, लेकिन पॉइंट्स जो है,
और क्या है कि रियली पॉइंट टू पॉइंट उनके जो समझाने का तरीका, बोलने का तरीका, कि किसी को भी समझ में आ जाए, और बहुत अच्छा। मैंने काफी मेरे जो ब्यूटी ग्रुप्स जो है उनको सबको मैंने फॉरवर्ड कर दिया है, और मैं जो भी अपना यूट्यूब चैनल का भी सारा मैं उन लोग को फॉरवर्ड करता हूँ। कम से कम यहाँ नहीं देखे तो यूट्यूब तो देख ही लेवे।
यानी हरीश भाई का कहना ये है कि अगर जो कोई मिस हुआ यहाँ पर सेशन, तो आप वहां पर जाके देख सकते हैं यूट्यूब, फेसबुक के ऊपर, और वहां पर आप लाइक और शेयर करना जरूर भूलना मत, और हो सके तो आप सब्सक्राइब भी करना, तो आपको इमीडिएट नए सेशन का आपको लिंक ऑटोमेटिक मिल जाएगा। तो हरीश भाई, आप कौन सा सेशन लेके आ रहे हैं ये वीक में?
ये वीक में स्किन के ऊपर आ रहे हैं। अभी हेयर का हो गया, तो अभी थोड़ा स्किन है, फेस जिम है, थोड़ा अच्छा ही रहेगा।
यस यस यस, आपका भी यूजफुल रहेगा ही। और कल बहुत बढ़िया सेशन लेके आ रहे हैं, SS² स्नेहा जी और श्वेता जी दोनों जन। तो रियली कल का सेशन कोई भूलना मत, और ठीक 5 बजे कल वापस मिलेंगे। अगर जो आपको ये सेशन अच्छा लगा तो आप लाइक और सब्सक्राइब कर सकते हैं हमारे चैनल्स के ऊपर, AMV एकेडमी ऑफ मास्टर्स एंड विजन्स। थैंक यू, थैंक यू, थैंक यू श्वेता, you are rocking once again. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, namaste. Thank you, bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
So much. Thank you so much, Shweta ji. Very nice, very nice.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Good information. बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हो।
Thank you, ma'am.
अभी आज का सेशन YouTube पे कौन सा चैनल पे मिलेगा?
AMV टाइप करो, AMV अतुल वीडियो टाइप करो, उसके ऊपर मिल जाएगा।
श्योर श्योर।
थैंक यू ऑल, थैंक यू। हाँ, YouTube चैनल्स भी आपको ऑलरेडी यहाँ पर मैसेज करके आ गया है, आप उधर भी देख सकते हैं। थैंक यू ऑल, कल मिलते हैं 5 बजे।